God, he's dead! The master's dead!
Well then, Frumple, that was quite the case, wasn't it?
Oh, indeed so. Already made the evening edition, don't you know? I picked up a copy when I went to buy the boat ticket. We'll be quite the heroes, I think.
Hopefully they don't dwell too much on the part where one of the Weasel gang cracked you over the head with a pool cue and nearly made off with all the gold, eh?
Huh, wretched blighter called me from behind. Just not cricket, is it?
Still, all worked out in the end, my friend. And just in time too, as we have this party with Admiral Gilfrey to attend.
Look, who is this chap anyway, Winklebottom?
Gilfrey's an old school friend of mine, top of his class, went on to become an admiral, then latterly undertook a number of privately funded expeditions to all four corners of the globe.
Ah, bit of a swot then, eh? We had no time for his sort at my school.
Evidently so, my friend. Right, let's get this boat ticket and be on our way. Where is the ticket anyway, Frumple?
Oh, I slipped it in the newspaper for safekeeping.
Winklebottom cracks the case. A touch sensational, but they appear to have got most of the salient facts correct.
Never mind all that. What did it say about me?
Well, let me see. Yes, here it is. Lord Winklebottom was assisted, as ever, by his associate, Mr. Frumple.
Mister? Dash it all. I didn't spend 8 years in medical school just to be called Mister. Bunch of bloody hacks.
Well, never mind that now, old boy. We have to get going if we're to catch this boat before nightfall.
No, I'm quite vexed now. I shan't leave until I've had a fresh cup of tea to calm me down. This one's practically tepid.
Oh, very well. I'll make you a fresh cup. The pot should be ready now. Here's the ticket. I'll keep hold of this for now. A pot of tea. Should be ready to pour out now. One of Frumple's many teacups. Now to pour some out for the good doctor. I'll take this, good for the old bones, you know. And in with the tea. I've put the milk in the cup. Here you are then, a nice fresh cup of tea.
Ah, that's much better. I say, this tastes a bit off. Did you put the tea in first or something?
Was that wrong?
Wrong? Wrong? What sort of animal do you think I am?
A most fine one, my friend. Come along, we need to be off. The ticket says we are to meet a Mr. Walters at the docks, and he'll sail us out to Gilfrey's Island.
Oh, very well. I suppose this'll have to do. Tea first, I ask you.
Just smell that salty sea air. It takes me back to my childhood holidays on the coast with Gilfrey. Even then you could tell the old boy was destined for a life on the waves.
Don't much care for it myself. Went on a ghastly school trip to Blackpool as a lad. Tried to go on a donkey ride. Donkey was furious. He told me I was too heavy. Wretched fellow.
Well, never mind that now, old boy. We need to find the docks and this salty Walters chap who's going to take us over to Gilfrey's Island.
Let me in, you bleeding crooked canine. Oh, hello, sir. Sorry. In a bit of a jam here.
A good day to you, sir.
It bleeding well isn't a good day. That reprobate Walters has locked me out of my own pub. I do apologise, sir. I shouldn't take it out on you, like. But he's going to drive me out of business if I don't get back in there to stop him.
Indeed so. Quite the predicament. Can we help you get the door open? I'm rather afraid I have business with this Walters fellow.
He's bleeding well gone and locked the door from the inside, and my spare key is in my bedroom on the top floor. How am I meant to get up there? Sounds rather like your forte, what?
I do have a certain talent for retrieving things from high places, yes.
Oh, if you wouldn't mind, sir, it's a window on the right up there. Not the left one, that leads to the hallway, and we had it sealed up as it lets a proper terrible draft in right through the pub. We'd catch our death if you opened that one.
Ah, pearls for a swine. Well, I can see them, but they're rather frustratingly out of reach. Lord Winklebottom committing common larceny? Most certainly not. Well, I can see them, but they're rather... These must be the keys that put-out porcine fellow is after.
Let me in, you bleeding crooked canine.
So this is your establishment, I take it?
Indeed so, sir. Used to be my father's, but I took it over as the oldest of the litter. We do a good trade serving the sailors and dock workers, even if we have to put up with less savoury characters from time to time. I say, Winklebottom, I do hope he's not talking about the chap who's meant to sail us out of the island.
Well, goodbye then.
I say, don't you think we should help the fellow, Winklebottom?
A number of wooden barrels. They all seem to be sealed up and in use. One of the old English kings lost his head in the Great Frog War, if I remember my history.
Careless, if you ask me. Boy, keep away from that window. That's in a terrible draught it has. Picking up litter, eh? Very public-spirited.
I'm not quite sure what I want this for, but want it I do. No, I don't think this is right. No, I don't think this is right. A number of wooden barrels. They all seem to... A boat hook. This should come in handy. I say, old chap, a moment of your time. Greetings, my good man. Good day to you. What can I do for you? I have a ticket for conveyance of myself and my colleague here with a Mr. Walters. I wonder if you know the gentleman. Oh, that layabout. Oh, I know him all right, but you'll not be going anywhere with him until he pays his docking fees. Nobody leaves this dock without my say-so. No docking fee, no permit to leave.
I say, Winklebottom, this Walters fellow sounds like a flaky sort of character, what?
Well, can we discuss this permit? How might we obtain a permit to allow us to leave the dock? Well, you could get Walters to pay his docking fee, but that's not likely to happen. Tell you what, I'm a bit short-staffed today, so if you help me with repairing this ship, I'll give you a permit.
Manual labour? Don't much like the sound of that. I have a surgeon's hands, don't you know?
Well, what can we do to help? I can do the actual work, but I've run out of wood. I need some planks or something. Very well, we shall obtain some wood for you. Also, this barrel of tar here is solidified. I don't need much, but I need a way to melt some of it. Some way to melt the tar, I see.
Shouldn't be a problem for a genius like you, eh, what?
Right then, Frumple, let's see what we can do about getting hold of this permit. Ah yes, this seems to be just the ticket. Perhaps I should keep this hook for collecting out-of-reach leaves.
Let me in, you bleeding crook.
Can we help you get the door open? I'm right.
He's bleeding well gone and locked the door from the inside. Sounds rather like your fault.
I do have a certain talent.
Oh, if you wouldn't mind, sir.
The door to the pub is locked.
Yes, and the fellow over there seems rather put out.
Right then, this should do the trick.
Thank you kindly, sir. Right then, let's see what that bleeder has been up to in my pub. You'll bleeding well pay for this, Walters. Look what you done. This bleeding barrel is bleeding well empty now. Get out, yeah? Keep your snout out of me business. I be leaving on my own time. I won't be taking no orders from a landlubber like you.
I say, Frumple, this is the chap who's going to sail us to the island?
Fellow looks like he's barely able to stand, let alone sail a ship.
A painting of a ship. It's perhaps not the most refined piece of artwork I've seen.
Probably for the best. I wouldn't hang anything valuable in this place, not with their clientele.
This fireplace is as cool as the atmosphere in here. I have no idea what these are for, but they look terribly nautical. I presume this is the landlord's wife.
I say, Winklebottom, that fellow looks like a bit of a bore, eh what?
Yes, very good, Frumple. A barrel made of wooden planks. It's empty. I say, barkeep, would you mind awfully if I took this empty barrel?
You'd be doing me a favour. That beer-soaked bulldog has emptied it anyway. Damned if I can figure out where you keep all this stuff, Winklebottom.
A rum jug.
Sus-
No, Frumple, I mean it's a jug full of rum.
Get your bleeding hooves off. Would you mind leaving that where it is, please, sir? I'll eat a dozen of those a day to these thieving bleeders. Oh, what terrible siren song be that. Last orders are upon us already. How can I help you, sir? 'Twas but a false alarm.
I wonder what you can tell us about the sailor that's been slumped over that table over there.
The bane of my bleeding existence, that's what he is. He's cleared me out. Can you believe it? Drunk all me bleeding beer he has.
Very bothersome, I'm sure. I say, old chap, any chance of lighting the fire? There's a bit of a nip in the air after all.
No bleeding way. Cost me money, that does. And with that waste of space drink me out of house and home, I need to save every last shilling. It'd have to get a lot colder in here before I start a fire.
I say, old boy, would you mind awfully letting us have that jug of rum you have sitting on the bar over there?
Well, suppose you did help me get back in me pub. Fine, you can have the bleeding thing. On the ass, like.
Well, thank you for your time.
Very good, sir.
We should take our reward with us.
Shifty looking sort, if you ask me.
What made you say that? He seems like a perfectly fine gentleman to me.
Can't rightly say. Something about primates. It's the eyes, I think. Something in them that's almost not animal.
I don't know about you, Frumple, but I'm a touch perturbed about the competence of our sozzled sailor.
Chap must be completely half-cut if he's drunk that lot. Hey, get your pilfering paws off those glasses. They be mine, you hear? Aye, what is it?
Greetings, my good man.
Well, spit it out. What be you wanting, stranger?
You are Salty Walters, I take it?
That I am, and don't you be forgetting it neither.
Then you are to take us to the Isle of Barghest.
No, I be staying here with me drinks. I'll not be sailing today, not for you or anyone else. I say, you rotter. You have tickets, you know. Paid for in advance. Nah. Now look here, you bounder. We have tickets, and you'll jolly well sail us out to that island, dash it all. I won't be sailing today. I drinks me beer to wash away the terrible taste of the salty seawater. Hates it, I does. I'll not be sailing again for a while, now that I've got that accursed taste out of me system.
Ironic that a man named Salty should hate the taste of seawater so, isn't it, Frumple?
Dashed inconvenient if you ask me.
Well, goodbye then.
Fellow seems more than a little worse for wear, thanks to all that beer.
Now, let's see if we can't get this window open. It's no good. Stuck fast.
Give it another go. Probably just been painted over.
Well, if you say so. Just one more. Oh dear. Well, that didn't go entirely according to plan. How awfully embarrassing.
Still, got the job done, what?
You know, I really do feel absolutely terrible about this. Still, nothing to be done now, I suppose. I say, it is rather chilly in here, what?
Yeah, it's colder than Poseidon's drawers in here. Oh, for goodness sake, I'll have to light the bleeding fire now.
A roaring hot fire.
Gives the place a rather cosy feel, eh, what?
I'd really rather not. No, I don't think this is right. No, sorry. I'm not really sure what the plan is here. A long piece of rope.
Looks a bit like my second cousin, odd fellow, always trying to offer people apples for some reason.
Let's take this with us just in case. You know, Frumple, we might be able to make use of this saw.
Blimey, not the friendliest chap, is he?
You know, Frumple, we might be able to make use of this saw.
Blimey, not...
Excuse me, sir, would you mind... I say, there's really no need for that.
Fearsome looking blighter. I'm keeping well away.
This tar is hard as rock. We'll need to heat it to get any out.
Can't stand the filthy stuff. Looks like mud, but just you try wallowing in it. You need a chisel to get it off.
Perhaps this is the vessel that Mr. Walters will be using to convey us to...
Dashed well hope not, what with that blasted great hole in the side of it.
I say, old chap, a moment of your time. The fellow over there is proving a bit troublesome. Oh, him, he's harmless really, as long as you don't greatly value your eyeballs.
Delightful.
You'll not be getting anything out of him until he's got his morning drink inside of him. And I'm not talking about coffee, if you take me meaning. I see. Well then, thank you for your time. Here you are then, sir, some alcohol. Perhaps this will quench your thirst?
I say, nearly ripped your blasted hoof off.
Well, that seems to have calmed him down considerably. Though I can't help but feel we aren't really helping the poor wretch here. Now this fellow has calmed down, I'm sure he won't object to us borrowing his saw. You see, doesn't mind a bit. Now, Frumple, you hold onto the barrel and I'll attempt to chop it up.
Careful where you're waving that thing. No other doctors around to patch me up if you slip, you know.
Will this do the job? Ah yes, this'll do nicely. I can use this wood for my repairs. I say, old chap, a moment of your time. Well then, thank... This tar is hard as rock. We'll...
Can't stand the filthy stuff. Look.
No, I don't think this is right. No, sorry. I'd really rather not. This seems unlikely to be effective. I have reservations about doing this. A collection of barrels. Seem heavy, so they're all in use. You know what, Frumple? I'm rather inclined to leave this fellow alone now. Ah, smell that, my friend.
Ugh, disgusting stuff. Can't abide seawater. Tried to swim in the sea on my holiday to Blackpool and I got a mouthful of the filthy stuff. Disgusting.
Well, you should really keep your head above the water, you know.
Easy for you to say, my head is rather closer to my body than yours. No, I'll stick to good old-fashioned wallowing, thank you very much.
A roaring hot fire.
Gives the place a rather cosy feel, eh, what? How can I help you, sir?
I wonder what you can tell us about the sailor that's been slumped.
The bane of my bleeding...
Very bothersome. Well, thank you for your time.
Very good, sir. Ah, what terrible siren song be that! Last orders are upon us already? Ah, 'twas but a false alarm.
This seems unlikely to... No, I don't think this... I'd really rather not.
I say, Winklebottom.
Yes, very good, Frumple. This tar is hard as rock. We'll need to heat it to get any out.
Can't stand the filthy stuff.
I have reservation. I'd really rather... I have no. I'm not really sure.
I say, Winklebottom, have a look at this tiny little boat. Wouldn't fancy my chances trying to cross the sea in that thing, eh?
Quite so, old man. I say, old chap, a moment ago. Well, can we discuss this permit? Well, what can we do to help? I can do the actual work, but I've run out of wood. I need some planks or something. Very well, we shall obtain some wood for you. Also, this barrel of tar here is solidified. Some way to melt the tar, I see.
Shouldn't be a problem for a genius.
Right then, Frumple, let's see what... No, I don't think this... no. I'd really rather... no. I'd really rather... No, I don't think... I'd really rather... I have reservation... This seems... Lord Winklebottom committing common... Lord Winklebottom... My steadfast companion and colleague, Original Frumple. A touch narcissistic, I feel.
Oi, what is it? Now look here, you bounder. We have tickets, and you're jolly well. I won't be sailing today.
Ironic that a man named...
That's inconvenient.
Well, goodbye then.
Fellow seems more than a little worse for wear, thanks.
Since the landlord is looking the other way, perhaps I might borrow this for a moment. I'll be sure to return it naturally.
Fellow's probably used to things going walkabout in this place anyway.
Now to heat up this poker somewhat. Yes, that's done the trick splendidly.
Be careful with that thing, don't want to burn a hole in your breeches.
Right then, Frumple, just watch this. Yes, The hot poker is melting through the tar like butter.
Oh, what a noxious niff. Let's get rid of this stuff quickly.
This is just what I need. I can use this to waterproof the repair. Thank you for that, fellows. Now I can repair this hole in my boat. First class job, even if I do say so myself.
Well, nobody else is likely to.
Well, with that done, I'm finished for the day, so you're both free to go. Give this permit to Walters and let him know his debt is cleared. This time.
Oi, what is it?
I say, old boy, we have a permit here. You're free to leave the docks whenever you wish.
Does that long neck of yours make you hard of hearing or something? I already said I'll not be leaving here while I still have me drinks. I say this is just too much. You, sir, are a cad, a bounder, a dash rotter, hang it all.
Steady on there, old boy.
Now look here, you bounder. We have tickets, and you won't be sailing.
Ironic that I'm...
That's too...
Well, goodbye then.
Fellow seems more than... Oi, what is it?
I say, old boy.
Does that long neck of yours... I say this is just too much.
Steady on there, old... Well, goodbye then.
Fellow seems more than...
I have a reservation. I'd really rather... no. I have a reservation. I'd really rather not.
How can I help you, sir?
I wonder what you can tell us about the sailor that's
The bane of my bleeding...
very bothersome. Well, thank you for your time.
Very good, sir. That be mine, you great thieving scallywag. Who's off it?
The sailor's glass of beer. One would hope it's his last.
Hey, get your pilfering paws off those glasses.
I have no idea what these are for, but they look terribly nautical. No. No.
That be mine, you great thieving scallywag. Who's off it?
A roaring hot...
Gives the place a rather coat.
I have a reservation.
Ah, what terrible siren song be that. Last orders are upon us already. Ah, 'twas but a false alarm. That be mine, ye great... Just look at this disgraceful attempt at surgery. I should be thrown out of my profession if I treated a patient like this.
Frumple, if you're patching up your patients with tar and planks of wood, I fear you're risking rather more than just your career. I say, old chap, a moment. The fellow over there is proving a... Oh, him. He's harmless, really. As long as...
Delightful.
You'll not be getting anything out of him until he's got his... I see. Well then, thank you for... You know what, Frumple? I'm rather inclined... No, I don't think this... No, I don't... A number of wooden barrels. You know, I really do feel absolutely terrible about this. Still, nothing to be... And no. And no. I have reservations. No, I don't think this is right. I'm not really sure what the plan is. I have reservations. This seems... I'd really rather not. And no. No, I don't think this is right. I have reservations.
That be mine, you great thieving scallywag. Who's off it?
These are made by the finest craft sauces. The sailor's glass of beer. What?
Aye, what?
You are so...
That I am, and
Then you are to take us to the Isle of Bargain.
no, I be staying here with me drinks. I say, you rotter. Nah.
I say, old boy, we have a permit here.
Does that long neck of yours? I say, this is just too much. You
Steady on there, old boy. Well, goodbye then.
fellow seems more than a little worse for wear.
I'm not really sure.
How can I help you?
Well, thank you.
Very good, sir.
I say, old chap. Well then, thank you.
I say, Winklebottom, have a look at this tiny little...
Quite so, old man.
Just look at this disgraceful...
Rumble, if you're... And no. I have reservations. One of the old English kings lost his head in the Great Frog War, if I remember my history.
Careless, if you ask me.
A number of wood... This seems unlikely to be a... The sailor's glass of beer.
That be mine. That be mine. That be mine.
A painting of a ship.
Probably for the best.
I presume...
Ah, yes.
I might be able to get some seawater in this if only I could get low enough. It's no good, the rope can't get any purchase on the smooth glass bottom. I've tied the rope through the handle of this jug. Now I'll lower the jug down on this rope and yes, we now have a jug filled to the brim of salty seawater.
What be ye playing at? Get out away.
Frightfully sorry, old boy.
Gonna need to distract the old curmudgeon if we're to get near his drink. Ah, what terrible siren song be that? Last orders are upon us already?
Quickly, while he's not looking, just pour this...
What be this foul flavour? Me last beer is ruined and that picaroon pig won't sell me no more.
Do I take it you might now be willing to carry out your job?
No reason not to now. Maybe the Admiral can see his way to providing me with a bit of the old grog. Go way back, him and me.
Shall we meet at the docks then?
Aye, I'll be waiting in me vessel. Make it quick, mind ye.
My word, there appears to be a storm coming in. We must make haste and get out of the island before it hits.
I say, Winklebottom, have a look at this tiny little boat. Wouldn't fancy my chances trying to cross the sea in that thing, eh?
Quite so, old man. Wait, you don't mean this is your ship?
Aye, that'd be, and what of it?
I just don't think it looks particularly seaworthy.
She's a fine vessel. Served me on many a long voyage, she has. Besides, I be the only sailor in dock right now, so you don't have a choice. That's not terribly reassuring.
Shall we set sail for the island then?
Aye, that we will. All me permits are in order, so all aboard for the Isle of Barghest.